Hello, everyone. Excuse me, and welcome back to the Patreon podcast. This week, I wanted to talk about having confidence with your work. This is something that actually came up on stream a week or 2 or 3 ago, and talking about how having confidence is often like one of the things that's like makes people attractive. Like the physical features and all that aside, like having confidence and being sure of who you are and what you want to be, I think it goes a long way into kind of conveying that attractive mystery quotient that people have for each other. And I think that that can also be translated into the creative work that you do as well, where if you do something and you do it with confidence, people are like, oh yeah, no, he did that on purpose, or they did that on purpose. Like, that's cool. That's great. And I think that there's a lot of actual weight and value that go into doing things confidently and on purpose. And I know that with jazz, there's always that saying that if you make a mistake, just do it again, because repetition reinforces the idea that you did it on purpose. And I think that that's kind of what this means as well, where it's like, if you do make a mistake or if you do something that you're not fully sure about, lean into that. And like, I think that there's a lot of really cool ideas and a lot of really, excuse me, a lot of really interesting ways you can approach that. Just being confident with the way that you make your art. And I don't know, that's really all I had on the subject, but I wanted to put it out there because it's just so interesting to think about, where I feel that a lot of people's styles tend to solidify because they're confident about doing a particular style of music or art or whatever. Like they kind of key into a specific genre, and they become more confident inside of that genre, and they can like twist the rules around and have fun with it. And I think that that can go a long way with getting more people interested in what you're doing, because you have that confidence in what you're doing. So yeah, it's a bit of a shorter episode, but I think that this is something that you should really keep in mind when you are working on stuff. Like, am I confident in what I'm doing? Am I conveying that confidence in the art that I'm making? And if not, like, how can I bring confidence in there? And I understand that if you're just starting out, or if you're like new to a specific genre or something, it might take some time to build confidence in there. But over time, I think it's a lot better to just be sure of what you're doing and not waffle around as much. Both with like how you present your art, and like how you talk about your art too, where, you know, you can always be like, oh, it's not that good, and I don't know, but some people like it, but, you know, or you could just be like, hey, I make this stuff and I think it's cool, you know. I think that like personality can convey a lot as well. And obviously, if people never met you in person and they're just listening to your music on Spotify or whatever, that doesn't come through as much. But I think that it's really interesting to be confident and to be sure of what you're doing, and not waffle around as much. Anyway, I'm repeating myself already. So I'm going to get going, but I really do think that this is an important topic to consider while you're either writing music or doing your art actively, or if you're just planning a particular project or just approaching something new. I think that it's something to keep in mind. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for being a Patreon supporter. I really genuinely do appreciate it. I hope that you have a fantastic Friday and a wonderful weekend. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Be remarkable.